Hi, my name is Loretta Smith. My topic today is 100 years to live. If we had 100 years to live, how would you live it, and would it be possible? The answer to that is yes. Although the average lifespan in the U.S. is 77.97 years, Dan Buettner, author of the Blue Zone Solutions, and his researchers have found that lifespan can actually expand past the age of 100 by simply making improvements in our emotional, mental, and physical health. He and his researchers traveled the world and found 5 different countries called the Blue Zones where people live past the age of 100. They're known as centenarians. We will further explore how they're able to maintain 3 of the most important factors in human health. Firstly, their emotional health is sustained through faith, family, and having a purpose in life. Their mental health is maintained by being active and social, while still finding time to relax and rejuvenate. Lastly but not least, they keep up their physical health by eating, drinking, and exercising moderately. Centenarians live longer and better because, as Dan Buettner said, no one thing explains longevity in the Blue Zones. It's really an interconnected web of factors, including what we eat, our social network, daily rituals, physical environment, and sense of purpose that propels us to move forward and give life meaning. One of the traits that centenarians share to maintain their emotional health is having a purpose in life, giving them a reason to wake up every day. Centenarians stick to their values and passions. They understand their talents and they use their gifts. For some centenarians, their purpose is their family, some the love of animals, while others is serving others or helping to create or build things. For many, it's religion. Speaking of religion, religion is also another similarity that centenarians share. In Loma Linda, one of the Blue Zones, residents are dedicated Seventh-day Adventists. They have tight-knit groups, and their beliefs keep them together with basic rules that help them live a better and more purposeful life. But it doesn't matter what you believe in and what religion you choose. The idea is to be part of a group that shares the same vision, the same hope, and the same faith, giving life much more meaning. Additionally, to be part of a group that loves and supports and commits to you and your faith keeps your faith alive. They also stay close to family and friends, which is a huge contributor to living longer. In Okinawa, Japan, residents grow up together in small groups that share very similar interests, such as family members and friends. Some even choose to live with them, which is a wonderful constant reminder of why we were born, our purpose in life, and what makes them happy. The most important thing is that they always have someone they can count on. Now, this goes hand in hand with the second factor, mental health. Centenarians stay social, and they volunteer in activities that they enjoy to promote healthy behaviors. Happiness is contagious, and so is negativity. As human beings, we tend to feed off of other people's vibes. Being around too much negativity can cause depression, anxiety, and stress. By surrounding themselves with like-minded people and positive people, centenarians keep their mind busy and enjoy their time as well. Now, as much as centenarians enjoy spending their time participating in activities with their loved ones, they know how to downshift and dedicate time to relax and recuperate on a daily basis. As we all know, stress is linked to almost every age-related disease. Now, these stress-relieving activities can be anything from sipping a glass of wine at the end of the day or dedicating an hour for prayer. Whatever it is that helps them relieve themselves from the day-to-day pressures. Lastly but not least, centenarians are great in maintaining their physical health. Not in the way that we are thinking. Americans tend to hit the gym hard, 2 to 3 times a week, but not centenarians. They actually have a consistency in daily low intensity activities or workouts throughout the day. They keep moving, whether it be at work, during play, or day-to-day operations. They have some type of activity that keeps them moving naturally. So instead of driving, they'll walk. Instead of taking the elevator, they'll take the stairs. Little changes and little movements keep the heart pumping steadily and naturally. In addition to that, they eat in moderation. The strategy is not a liquid diet or a pill diet or a food diet. It's simply eating until they're 80% full. So they're no longer hungry and not bloated. There's a huge difference between feeling good and feeling full. They snack on nuts instead of chips and cookies. And their meal consists of 50% fruit and vegetables and the rest of it meat or grain. They're packed with vitamins and antioxidants. And Some even grow their own garden. But whether you buy it at a store or out of a garden, it's much healthier than eating a Big Mac from McDonald's. Now, while we're on the subject of food, let's move on to drinks. Not only do centenarians drink in moderation, but they drink wine. Wine has been known to reduce the risk of cancers and even heart diseases because of the antioxidants and other plant compounds. Now I'll drink to that. Now, the conclusion here is, if you look at this chart here, the U.S. Census Bureau in the table below, approximately 38% of elderly adults over 65 have disabilities, while 58% have 2 or more. That is terrible to think of. Even though you live up to 78 years, will those last years be healthy or happy, or will you be enduring pain and hardship from the disabilities that you've accrued over the years? The point is not to live longer, but to live happier and healthier throughout those years. So we can take care of all aspects of our lives, live a better life if we just follow the examples of centenarians. So remember to challenge our minds, yet knowing when to relax can sustain our mental health. Staying close to family and keeping our faith and having a reason to wake up every day fuels our emotional health. And obviously, it's also essential that the physical health is maintained through low-intense activities and watching how you eat or drink. These tips avoid chronic illnesses, which can lead to disabilities causing lifelong difficulties, and especially in those final years. So you want to be able to see your family grow, and their family grow. It's a precious gift. But we want to be able to see them grow and also be alert and part of their lives and active in their lives as well. So if there's no other purpose, that purpose alone would be a wonderful reason to wake up every morning. If we have 100 years to live, we should make it count. Now, one of the questions that I get often asked are, what are the blue zones and where are the blue zones? The blue zones are where Dan Buettner and his researchers have found that most centenarians, those that live to 100 and more, reside. And these areas are the island of Sardinia in Italy, Okinawa, Japan, Loma Linda, California, Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica, and Ikaria, Greece. There are several upcoming cities as well in America who have begun and implemented the Blue Zone project so that they can live these type of lifestyles as well. Another question is, what areas in the U.S. are initiating the project and what makes them different? What makes these areas different is that their schools and their stores and their businesses and restaurants and even the city as a whole is dedicated to making changes in the city, such as growing and selling local produce in the grocery stores, or providing really healthy items such as nuts instead of chips and cookies in schools, building more sidewalks and trails to encourage walking and exercising. These residents involved in the Blue Zone projects also commit to joining internal social groups and eating healthier and exercising more amongst themselves. So if you would like to find out more information, you can go to www.bluezones.com. Some of the areas that have initiated the project are Alberta, Minnesota, beach cities in California such as Redondo, Manhattan, and Hermosa Beach. The state of Iowa, launched a statewide initiative, the Blue Zone Project. Some of the upcoming areas include Hawaii, Florida, Oregon, and Texas. Last question of the day is, most people don't want to live past 100 or even to 100 due to the hardships of aging. Why would I? Now you see, the researchers discovered that these centenarians that live 100 years plus, for the most part, have lived happy and healthy lives until they pass away. They move around more actively than American seniors. They're more alert, they're happier, they're stronger, they age slower, and have fewer complications, disabilities, and diseases. Some are even sexually active. They live a much more quality lifestyle and enjoy it in their own homes without assistance, as opposed to in America where most of them live in institutions such as nursery homes. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy my presentation.